Hey, welcome to the channel. I'm Musically Malnourished, and you're on my journey to go deep and wide in discovering new music and artists. We're in the 2016 album from NF called Therapy Session. This is track number 11, titled Wish You Wouldn't. We're going to give it a listen, make a few comments along the way, and then you'll have a chance to click into a second video called The Second Course, where we do a deep dive into the lyrics and meaning behind the music. If you're interested in dessert, you can head over to Patreon. It's just $5. That gives you access to everything we have over there, live performances, music videos, interviews, all kinds of great stuff. So let's get in, see what's going on with this song. A little deeper, darker tone here.
We gotta talk about things. We gotta do something different, cause this isn't working. This isn't working.
I wonder if it's a conversation with himself.
I can't do this. Riding around the city, baby.
No, it's a conversation with a woman.
Why you mad, girl? Why you angry? Yeah, why you angry? Back and forth, you love, you hate me, arguing about the same things. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know anymore. Baby, I don't know anymore. I wish you didn't say this. I wish you didn't say things that you don't mean, that you don't mean. I wish you didn't say things. I wish you didn't say things that you don't mean, that you don't mean. I mean, she wants somebody that's working a 9 to 5. I apologize, but those ain't my hours. Yeah, you never been with a man who's working this kind of job, who works with this kind of drive. I wouldn't be with me either. Hold up, yeah, I think that's work on the other line. I gotta go, we can argue some other time. Hang up the phone, I regret it right after. This is the chance that I just couldn't pass up. See, I signed a deal, you said I should've asked you. I guess I was scared to see how you reacted, or maybe I knew I'd be selfish. These are the things I ain't proud of. I was always the type to get jealous. There's always two sides of a story, and you're not the one that I blame when I tell it that's real.
Wow. Yeah, that's what I was going to say, kind of even as the song was going. The idea, I wish you wouldn't say things that you don't mean, is ultimately, there's probably two sides to that story. And we'll talk about it a little bit more in the second course. But I think that's one of the marks of maturity, is like when things get a little heated, or when you're having to have a very honest conversation, that you're careful to not say something that's just like driven only by the anger, but maybe doesn't have a lot of backing to it, because that can be immensely hurtful. And then I, definitely making some comments on what he was talking about, of the work ethic, but then work's calling. So we'll get to more of that in the second course. But I love how he generally, when he's talking about relational things, he does address like, it's ultimately not just you, because even when he's saying like, I share the story, I'm not throwing you under the bus.
I guess I was scared to see how you reacted, or maybe I knew I'd be selfish. These are the things I ain't proud of. I was always the type to get jealous. There's always two sides of a story, and you're not the one that I blame when I tell it that's real. Yeah. You ain't the one. You ain't the one. I mean, I should've manned up, and that's hard to say as a man. The older I get, the more I understand a relationship's more than just holding her hand. I'm sorry. You can blame me. Yeah, you can blame me. I wish you didn't say this. I wish you didn't say this what's going on? I just wanna feel something. I just wanna feel something. There's too many things I'm trying to deal with, and I understand that you don't feel this. I said, there's too many things I'm trying to deal with, and I understand I'm hurting your feelings. I know you don't feel this. Yeah, baby, I'm just expressing the way that I'm feeling, the things that I'm trying to deal with. I guess I've been trying to hold it all inside, but it's obvious that that ain't working. Yeah, it's obvious that that ain't working. The only thing we got in common is that we got nothing in common.
Well, that last line was really telling. The only thing we got in common is that we got nothing in common. And I have a few thoughts on that, that we'll get to in the second course, because you don't necessarily have to have like a hobby in common with someone to build a long lasting relationship. Ultimately, my wife and I have very different interests, but we have an awesome friendship, and she's my best friend. And so, yeah, but if it is like, but there are things we have in common. I'm just saying it's not like you have to have like, oh, we love the gym together, or we love hiking together. There are other things that we do have in common just around life and building a life and things like that. But I always enjoy these kind of changes of pace from NF. This was a very like quiet, thoughtful track. Not even like, obviously there's pain in it, but it's not like this. Well, I guess it is a deeply emotional track, but it was delivered very calmly. And so I really enjoyed that kind of change of pace with him, and it's very thoughtful. Well, listen, if you want to jump over to the second course, you can click right over here. We're going to do a deep dive into the lyrics and meaning behind the music. But let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I hope to see you in the next one, because we're eating good.